Hi, I'm Mark from DeMarie. I just want to give you a little video on how to use your machine when you first get it, unpack it, and all that stuff, just to make it a little easier for you. When you get your machine, there'll be a sheet on the front of your machine. Please take the time to read this. This is going to tell you how to download your vAir Connect app because your machine can be run on Bluetooth by your phone, and use the QR code here to register your machine because that starts your warranty. And there'll also be a QR code on a little pamphlet that comes inside your machine. On that QR code too, it'll take you to the vAir website, and there's also little videos that you can click on that shows you how to use and clean the machine, just kind of like what I'm doing now, but I'm just kind of simplifying it for you in one video. So when you download your vAir Connect app, go into your apps on your phone, and your vAir Connect app will look just like this. So download that app. Then when you click on that app, it'll search for your machine. Just hit the plus sign and your machine will appear. Then you'll click on your machine and it's going to ask you for a PIN number initially. I'm already connected to this machine, but your default PIN number will be 1111. If it says this right here, it says device disconnected, well this one's disconnected right now because it's not plugged in, but I'll show you that in a second. But if it comes up and says it's not connecting, go out of the app after you put the 111 PIN number in there and go back in, and your machine will be connected. It's just one of those little quirky things. All right, so we'll come back to this in a minute. So certainly follow all the directions that you see here. Have your staff download that app as well because they can all operate the machine via their cell phone. This is kind of what your machine will look like when you get it. The only thing I have missing here is a little tab that comes, it's a little black tab, it's like a key to open and close the locking portion of your machine. But you can also do it with your fingernail, okay? But this is the equipment you get. You'll get your drip trays, you'll get your air filter. These are your little chalkboards for the top of the machine, and these are your handles. You'll get food safe lube, a pipe cleaner to clean out your drain tubes. And this piece of equipment right here, this is just a piece that goes under your machine. So you just put this around your machine like so, and it marries up with your legs. And that way, if there's any spills on the counter or anything, it won't go under your machine, and it'll just catch it for you, okay? So one of the big problems we have right out of the gate with machines is people don't know how to turn it on. So you're going to get a cord, and it's going to look like your regular computer cord too that you see at home on all your screens and TVs. It's the same thing with this. I get calls all the time. I don't have any power. It's because people don't have this plugged in tight. Okay. So there's a spot on the back of your machine. Just go ahead and plug it in. Okay. So I'm going to turn this a little bit here and plug it in. So now my machine's plugged in. Okay, now I'm going to put it together for you before I turn it on. This is your air filter, okay? I see this many times too. The machines are called vAirs for a reason because they take air in from right here and blow the heat out the back. So you can put other equipment right next to this machine. There's none of this side-to-side ventilation, so other equipment can go right next to it. So this, simply just slide it in the machine on the bottom like that. I can't tell you how many times I see people just leaving it like this. This is magnetized. Just put your fingers under it and it goes up at an angle. This will catch all the dust that's being sucked in through your condenser. So when you clean your machine, always pull that down. Put your fingers in there and pull that down the magnet, pull it out. Dust this off or rinse it off, and then to put it back in, and just make sure it is up at an angle, okay? All right, next will be your drip trays. These are your drip trays. They do come apart so you can clean them. There's little clips here on the back, and they just clip right onto your frame. So put that back on and just put it on just like that. And then you put the other one right next to it, all the way back. All right, so your handles. These are super easy. Your machine is going to come cleaned and pre-lubed for you. You're going to get a tube of food safe lube. Make sure these rubber gaskets are always lubricated with this. And I always put some right on my finger and put it right in the holes too. So just put some on your finger, rim the hole. Because if your machine's not lubed, it's going to get really hard to pull this handle. If you find that this handle's hard to pull, then your rubber stops are not lubricated enough, because these, your machine's going to get cold and you don't want that freezing up, okay? So to put these handles on, super, super, super easy. There's a little tab here. Put it at about 1 o'clock. Push it in and just turn it. And now your handle's ready to use. Same way with taking off. Push that little tab up, turn your handle, pull it off. Put it back on, super easy. Put both your handles back on. All right, next thing, these are your flavor displays. Now they can go on either side of your machine. So if you have it on a counter and the machine's visible from both sides, you can put these on both sides. The machine comes with 2 of them. If you need more, you want to do on both sides, just let us know. We usually keep them in stock and we can send 2 more to you so you can have advertisement on both sides. I use the really bright dry erase highlighters to, write my flavors down, and you can draw pretty pictures. If you have somebody with, pretty handwriting, it's real nice. When you're going to clean your machine, what I do is I open this up and I just pour some water in here. And I just rinse it out and pour it into my bucket, the bucket that you get with your machine. And then I go ahead and I take the barrels off. Now there's 2 tabs right here, okay? And these tabs always need to be in and back and locked down, because obviously if it's not seated, you pour stuff in there, it's just gonna come leaking out. But you literally just lift this up like this, pull the tabs out. Your new machine is gonna be a little tight at first, but once you get that broke free, I always put my hand back on that back O-ring and I just pull it and everything comes with it, just like this. And then you can take it to the sink and wash it. When you wash your clear plastic, do not use anything abrasive like a greenie meanie. Just use a nice soft sponge, because they'll scratch if you use a greenie meanie, then they don't look very good once you do that, okay? So I'm gonna set this down right here. And then you can take your top off, or you can even take your top off prior to that so you don't drop it. And wash that. Then your O-ring comes off the back like this. It's very nice. It's U-shaped and it goes on the outer edge of the back of your barrel. That way your machine doesn't leak. Most people in these old style machines, they're on the machine first and then you have to push the barrel over them and they don't get seated and they leak. But V-Air has designed these to make your machine fail safe and not to leak. Then you can pull your auger out like that. And usually your shaft steel will stick right inside there too. So you can just pull that out and wash that. Always, 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 I'll say it again, always make sure that this is back on your machine. It goes on just like this, okay? And you put a little food safe lubricant here or here. You can probably see the food safe lubricant that I put right here. This little black piece too is also a shaft seal. Once a year you get a preventative maintenance kit. Your preventative maintenance kit is going to come with one of these, this piece right here, your O-ring in the back, and a new rubber gasket for your spigot, okay? Do that once a year and you'll be fail safe in having any leaks in your machine. So it's a once a year preventative maintenance kit. To take this little piece off right here is very, very simple. When you get your new kit every year, you just take a pair of pliers, you turn this little piece right here a quarter of a turn, and you just pull it straight off. It's just a little plastic piece like this, and it has some O-rings on it. Then I just clean up the shaft a little bit, and I put a little food safe lubricant on that. I push the new piece in all the way back so you don't see the O-rings, and you turn it a quarter turn, and you're done. And then you can put your rubber gasket back over top of it, okay? Now, to put the barrel back on the machine, you could do it 2 ways, but this is the simpler way. Once you clean your auger, put it back on the machine like so, okay? And then turn it, because you'll see that the end of your shaft is rectangular, and so is the end of your auger. So turn it like that until it goes back. Because if you leave it like this and you're trying to put your barrel on, you're going to be wondering why the barrel won't go back. That's because that's not in place. So, if you have the barrel on, you can turn it like that or pre-do it. So then turn your auger so this piece right here that's sticking out furthest is at about 6:30, 7 o'clock position. That way your barrel will go on easy and lock in. All right, so I'm going to just put this on here. I'm going to show you how this goes on. So put your O-ring back on. I just put my hand on there. Now your machine's new, so it's going to be a little tight at first, but you just put your hand like this and spread it and get that back on, but it goes on pretty easy. Then take some of your food safe lubricant and just put a little bit right on that inner circle right there, okay? That way it goes on and off the machine a little easier and creates a better seal as well. Okay, then just take your bowl, put it back on the machine like so, and then you want these tabs to go up and over. So I just hold the back of the machine up and over and in it goes. Just make sure they're down and locked and you're ready to go. If you're noticing that your top is not going on correctly, it's kind of cockeyed, look at your tabs. One may be higher than the other and just adjust it like that and it'll click right in. Then lastly, put your lid back on. There's a little tab in the back that lines up and you're ready to go. Put your little signs on and you're ready to go as well. So also when you clean your machine, you'll see a couple holes right here. Just run your pipe cleaner through those holes. I can't tell you how many times I've gone and worked on a machine for somebody and they're like, it's leaking, and it's simply because their drain tubes were clogged. Because those can get moldy and clogged up after time. Just occasionally make sure you clean them out really good and blow some water through it or something when you're cleaning the machine. Very, very simple. Okay, let's show you how to turn the machine on and use the app. So your on-off switch is right here, okay? Turn your machine on. All right. Now this machine is already married up to my phone. I went to my vAir app, and now this machine is already seeing this machine. But if I want to add a machine, I can say plus. And then you can have numerous machines on your app, and you can actually name the machines. This one is called a smart machine, so this is just what they named it at the factory. So I'm going to go back here. So this is the available machine. So it's going out, it's looking. Now it recognized the machine. You'll have to put your pin in initially to get this screen, okay? This is your mode button. Whatever barrel is gray is the barrel that you're operating, okay? So if I hit mode, I'm going to get this screen. Right now, the machine you'll see is lit up is in red. If I press this, it's going to go into defrost mode. If I go to the moon, the left side is going to go into standby, which is your night mode, which is simply refrigerating it. If I hit the green one, that's your snowflake. Now it's going to be in slush mode. I'm going to go back to stop mode for right now. You can see the machine stopped when I hit stop. So if I want to operate that side, the right side, it's gray. If I want to operate the left side, it's gray. Factory setting for your consistency. So let's go back to the left side because that's what we were operating. If I hit this, it comes at a factory setting for 5 for consistency. You can dial it all the way up to 10. That's if you're on a very hot day and you really need the machine to work. It's 110 degrees outside and you need it to work hard. I normally operate my machine around 4, sometimes 3 in an air-conditioned situation. 5 will usually get it pretty thick and good, a good consistency for you. So you can operate the sides individually. So let me show you that. So I'm gonna change this side to 4, and I'm gonna change this side to 5. So if I press this button, you'll see the consistency for the left side is 5, the consistency for the right side is 4. All right, so that's pretty simple, and it'll also tell you the temperature of each bowl. So the right side's 22 degrees Celsius right now. They're both at 22 degrees Celsius. All right, let's go down to the settings button really quick first. Okay, let's go to the user menu. So if I press sync time, now the machine is synced up to my phone at whatever time my phone is. So it says on my phone it's 2:46, 14:46 is military time. So at the same time on the machine is it on my phone. So we'll get back out of that menu and go back to the main screen. So now I decide I want to use the machine in automatic mode. Automatic production means in the morning I get to the office at 9 o'clock. I want the machine to turn on at 8. So I hit 8, go back to the main menu again, Now it says it's going to turn on into slush mode at 8 o'clock in the morning. Automatic storage. My shop shuts down at 8 o'clock at night, so this is military time, so 1800 is military time for 6 o'clock in the evening. It's set, and then you'll see your main screen goes back to 6 o'clock at night. I don't typically use automatic defrost. If I want to defrost the machine, if I want to clean it, I just hit defrost here, or you can hit defrost on your mode button here. So you can do it either way. If you press it here, it's going to defrost both. If you press it through here, it'll do it individually, okay? So just so you know. You don't have to worry about the pressure. This is your light button. This is really cool. So right now you'll see the lights are red, but whatever color I press on that light, it'll change that color. So right now that's disco mode. So that's the very bottom one. It just continually changes colors. If I press yellow, it'll turn yellow. If I just purple or blue, I think this one is, it should turn blue. There you go. This one's purple. There's green, and really any color you want. I just kind of try to match it up to whatever color is in my which is in the bowl. So it it enhances the color. But that's really fun to play with. That's everybody's favorite mode. And this right here on the bottom changes your intensity. And then it'll ask you to confirm the intensity, and you'll see it dimmed. So if you want it at 100%, you run it up to 100%, confirm, and you'll see they'll get brighter. See? Another cool thing about this machine is in the settings button here, I can go to the info page. That tells you all about your machine. That has all your serial number and all that. So if you ever need to, tell me what your serial number is if you have an issue, you can go there to get it. That's user parameters. That's basically telling you all the same things that you're seeing on the front screen. One thing that I do see people do, if you ever see the moon flashing, that means your display is locked. So I'm going to show you that. So some people bump this while they're filling the machine, and now the display is locked. And then they wonder why they can't operate the machine, because I can't do anything. I can't stop, I can't do anything, I can't put it in any mode. So if I press and hold the moon, if it's flashing, I'm going to unlock it. You can still operate from your app, even though that's locked. So that's kind of a nice feature if you're managing the bar or whatever. So I'll say it once again. If this is locked, you can operate it from the app still, but you can't operate it from here. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, always feel free to call us. Thanks.